Hello and welcome, beautiful mama, to this video about essential oils and safety for our babies. Are they safe to use? There's so much information out there. Here are 7 tips that I will share with you so you can make your journey through the essential oil world with your baby safely. Everyone who gets started with essential oils and eventually maybe has children or has a newborn baby, pregnancy, all this whole topic that I again got exposed to while I went through my second pregnancy, and it was a wonderful journey, and I had the essential oils with me. And also now my newborn baby and now 7-month-old boy, he is developing beautifully, and I use them daily, both for myself and so this is my experience, but it's also general tips that really circle around safety for essential oils, and especially here with focus on our babies. So since there is a lot of information out there, so feel free to explore. Again, this is my experience, and if you implement those safety tips, you're good to go. Quick disclaimer before we continue: this content is educational content. It's not here to diagnose, treat, prevent, or in any way treat diseases. It's not evaluated by any governmental institution or anything. I'm not a medical professional, but I'm an essential oil specialist. I'm certified, so I have a lot of experience. But again, essential oils are very individual, and you have to try it out, make your own experience with the powerful gifts from the essential oil, from Mother Earth, really. So I encourage you, make your own choices and follow your intuition. But back to the video. Tip number 1, read labels. When you get started, especially when you want to use it for babies, you want to know what you expect to be in those bottles that we can buy in different sizes. You really want to know what's inside. And the brand that I partner with, which I do not discuss in this channel because it's very general, and I think it's, distracting from the main thing that we really get from Earth, the essential oils. So that's a whole other topic that I cover in my Pure Life app. So you can ask me any questions about that there. The essential oils need to be produced in a very certain way to preserve the compounds, to keep it potent, to do not add anything to make it more and make more profit and all that. So you want to make sure to buy the highest quality when you use this on your own skin, in your own body, and especially for your kids and newborn. Because our body, it has this inner intelligence and knows when something is really natural and powerful, it is taking it in and can work with it. Otherwise, it won't work. So do not do any shortcuts here. Once you have made the decision, you are good to go. You do not need any labels. But I wanted to have it as a first tip because this is the most important one to high quality essential oils. Read labels. Second tip: once you have them at your home, be aware on where to store them. So storage in a safe place, higher up, especially if you have kids, like up to 6 years, I would say 5 years maybe. My girl is now 7, so I'm confident she's using them very, confident and safely. So I have educated her in the past 5 years as well, so she knows how to use them. But in the beginning, and especially together with a baby, you want to be careful that they are placed so that they cannot fall on top, or that the baby just grabs it. And a newborn is quite, when you place it somewhere, it's staying in its position and it's not doing that much body movements that are really quick and uncontrolled. But the older the baby gets and the more they do these, and you see they want to interact with their environment, which is exciting. And at the same time, you need to be careful where to place them. So place them higher up, always lock the caps, and so even if they take it in their mouth, then the cap is there. And for us, it's also neat to have those roller bottles because they are really nice to have ready blends in it, and we can make them ourselves, and you can put it on and you do not get anything on your hands, because otherwise you have to wash your hands again, right? So storage is a topic you need to think about how you want to do it. So I have them in shelves higher up, and I put them together once I've used them. I also have a shelf which is in like dark, like in our floor where there's not direct sunlight, so any UV light sunlight is also not good for the essential oil. So you also think about the quality of the essential oils and to make sure that it preserves the quality of the oil. So storage, as you see, is quite a big topic, and how to go about that. If you have any questions, just put them below. Next, if you have older kids, educate them. Educate older kids. You want to make sure that they know how to do this with these oils, and when you have a new baby around, also how they have to be careful around the baby with the essential oils. So again, roller bottles are really great. You can let them breathe the oils, both the older babies and also younger toddlers. And maybe from my boy is now 7 months, I let him quickly sniff on the oil, but not too much that he's grabbing it or getting it on his hands. So that's the one thing to remember. And also, keep in mind that even though it might be clear to us how to use them, younger kids need a repetition, and you can explain it again and make sure that they know. So as you can see, tip 2 and 3 go together, and really that's one bigger topic. But that's once you get those things in, you do really not think about it in your daily life. Tip number 4, sunlight sensitivity. Some essential oils are making our skin more sensitive to the sunlight, so it can get like a sunburn effect. So do not use any citrus oils on your baby's skin and go outside into the sun, especially citrus oils. There might be other essential oils that make our skin more sensitive to UV lighting and the sunlight. If it should happen, you have to cover it up for at least 12 hours, and the reaction is similar to a sunburn. So that's something to think about. Tip number 5, avoid areas, especially those that are very sensitive, like our eyes, the inner of our ears, nose, like open sores. So you do not want to put any essential oils there that might get really like a burning sensation, and especially kids, they can react on that. So make sure that when you have your baby, that you also remember that when you put essential oils, do not make it too close to any of these areas, and you're good. Tip number 6, dilute all essential oils. When you start out and you search on the internet, you find different information about how to dilute, what to do, and really this can get really confusing. So once you get your oils, dilute every oil. I do so also because research has shown that when you use a base oil, so dilution means that you use a base oil, fractionated coconut oil, olive oil, macadamia oil, or skincare oils that are a base oil. You can put those essential oils in that and make blends like this one here that I have in here. This helps the skin to extract or dissolve all the compounds from the essential oils into the body and into the bloodstream. If you think about essential oils, they are very volatile, so this has to happen very quickly if you want to have effective absorption of those oils. There is a lot more percentage that goes into our body when we apply it to our skin than if you do not dilute. There are some essential oils that are very mild, you could say. If you use them without essential oils and you are a little bit more advanced and experienced, go for it. Know that there are essential oils that are very strong, like cinnamon, oregano, thyme, and others, and those have to be diluted because they are so strong you would get really a reaction on your skin. It would turn red because it's so strong. Short story here. I had the cap from a bottle on the counter and I forgot. No, I just placed it like this, made my stuff with the essential oils, then put it back and didn't see that there was a ring. The oil was on the ring here on the cap and I placed it there, and it was oregano oil because I did a cleanse with essential oils. And the next morning on the table in our bathroom there was like the color from the cupboard was like, there were like bubbles, so it was like it's so strong, so really be careful with that. And especially with babies, you do not want to use those oils in high dosages. If you want to know more about dosages and how and what oils to use for your babies, I have a freebie. I'll link it below in the description so that you can check out. And it's a chart for all the things that we may be challenged with when having a baby, during pregnancy and afterwards. So it's really, I think, a very nice tool to have to see what oils to use. Back to the oils. So dilution is very important, and just make it a habit to do that. It's better to use it so the absorption is higher and you're safer as well. And for babies, I would always do it. Tip number 7, use common sense. As I mentioned, essential oils are working very in our body that is unique to us. So no one can really tell what your reaction to an essential oil will be, because my reaction and the inner work of my body together with the essential oil is different than your experience maybe will be. There are common traits and there are certain things that are similar, but there can also be completely different reactions, and I have experienced it, so that's why I'm telling you. So if you feel that's my oil, go for it. If you feel this oil, not today, then don't do it. And the same is for your baby. If you feel, wow, I really love this oil, I think this will really work, go for the right dilution and have the right quality oil. Make a roller bottle, I link videos here so you can learn all about this, and really trust your inner guidance as well. I hope this is helpful. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment below. And if you want to dive deeper into the topic of quality, I have this video you can watch next. Thanks for connecting, and above all, be well.